What's up, my people? We are back on the Jamie Show. Apologies for not being there yesterday. Certain issues I had to deal with, but I'm back today, yeah? On the Jamie Show. We're getting it lit, yeah? We're going to be talking about old school memories and what it's like to be living in London as a young person, as myself. We're getting our thoughts. We'll be going on Instagram Live as well to get people's thoughts as well, yeah? Few things to mention, as always. Remember to like the Facebook at Facebook, Relax Radio. Remember to download the app. Remember to follow us on Instagram and also Twitter. My socials, Humish_J, and my Snapchat is JamieRiches19. We're gonna have a lit show. Let's get it, people.
Online, on the iOS and Android, on your mobile phones. Great Speakers Conversation around the globe. This is Relax Radio.
It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. So listen to us here 24 hours and let the happiness come to you on Relax Radio. Tune in to Relax Radio.
Relax Radio.
Yo, my people, we are back, and I'm here on the JB Show. We getting it lit every morning. Yes, I was away yesterday. Personal little things I had to deal with, but don't worry, people. I'm here to make your morning lit every day at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday and Wednesday. Unless certain situations happen, I'll let you know. But yeah, hope everyone's well. I'm back by myself. So you're gonna hear my voice all for the next 45 minutes to an hour. It's gonna be good. But yeah, yesterday deal with personal things, so I'm back today, and I really wanted to talk about what's trending on Twitter. That's what I wanted to talk about, because Twitter is such a big platform, so I kind of wanted to. That's where you find everything first. Do you know what I'm saying? That's where you find everything. Let's see what people are talking about on Twitter. Okay, I did have a quick look. All right, the first thing trending on Twitter right now, it was Warzone actually. It's Thierry Henry. Let's see what he's saying. So Thierry has now retired from 24 on this day. Okay, on this day, Thierry retired in 2014. Great player, absolute great player. If you don't know who Thierry is, you've been sleeping under a rock, a bridge, or wherever, because he was unreal. Like, he literally, no one could touch him in the Prem, no one. So yeah, he was an unreal player. Registar, that's what they on their Twitter, they put 6 years ago Thierry announced his retirement from football. He was a genius on the pitch. Exactly that. Zidane had no intention of declaring Karim Benzema as France's best centre forward, putting him ahead of. Oh, so Zidane's actually put Karim over Thierry Henry, Kylian Mbappe, Fortain, as I saying, and others. So he's saying, don't get me wrong, Benzema, Gully. But to put him over Thierry Henry, I think that's a bit of, actually. Nah. I'm going with Thingy. I know in terms of trophies, Benzema's won more, but I don't know. Alright, let's ask this question, yeah? Would Benzema be able to survive the Premier League at the time the way Thierry Henry did? I don't think he will. I think in terms of playing style, Thierry absolutely outshines Benzema. So Zidane, you're wrong there, mate. You're wrong there. What else? Let's see what else is saying. So Thierry, let's work, flow it. I think that's an advert, so we're not going to talk about that. Sheffield United also trending as well. That's to do with football. If Man United Sheffield United, we go above Chelsea. Oh, if United win, this is on in a different language. If United win, they go above Chelsea in the Premier League table with 1 game in hand. That is crazy. I was looking at it today as well, yeah. Let me go on Sky Sports, shout out them. I'm always gonna shout out people, man. Let's appreciate people for what they do. Sky Sports always providing the good stuff. They're the reliable source as always. So if we win, United, I support Man United. If we win, we go above City, West Ham, Everton, and Chelsea. So we're going to 5th. Still not good enough in my opinion. But considering no pre-season, we're still waiting for players to come back on form. Then, you know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? It's not good enough, but I will take what we got right now. I will take it 100%. What's my score predictions? Let's just get up the let me just get the link so I can get people to join in. What do I think the score's gonna be? It's a tricky one. Sheffield United aren't playing the best right now. So that's where I think we've got to kind of, I don't want to say the wrong word, capitalize. That's it, I said it right. Come on, your boy said it right. But yeah, I feel like we have a chance to capitalize, and then I feel like it'll be a high scoring game from us. So I'm going with a 3-1. Last year it was actually a 3-3. It was actually a 3-3, which was crazy. And then we came back 3-2, and the fact that they then got a goal late, it just killed it, because last year we couldn't finish off games. We couldn't just finish off games strong. So it's a bit annoying, but this year I feel like we got a bit of resilience this time round. So we should be all right. We should be all right. Let's see what else is trending. Just give me a moment while I get this link onto, and it's not letting me do it. Who do I think will be man of the match today? Let's do a man of the match prediction. I don't think people ever do that. Let's do a man of the match prediction. Bruno Fernandes, as always. Bruno Fernandes all the time. For some reason, he always either gets a goal or an assist. And every time he never fails to do that. So it'll either be a pen or he'll get an assist for Rashford or whatever. Team out, I would say it'll be De Gea. Actually, no. No, it will be De Gea. It will be De Gea. Or actually, it might be Sheffield Wednesday, because Oli might play a team that's a bit of a weakened side. I know he'll do something silly like that. So De Gea in goal. Wan-Bissaka obviously back for the same. Lindelof, Maguire. I think Luke Shaw will play because he's back now. And I don't know why Oli has such an obsession with playing Luke Shaw. So we've got him back. Centre mids is going to be difficult because I don't know. We never know our centre. It's always Fred and Scott McTominay. He never changes that, especially either at home or away. He'll always play defensive. It don't make two defensive midfielders. It don't make sense. Number 10, probably go Bruno. Obviously, he picks himself in it. He always picks himself. So Rashford left. I think Green will go on the right, and it will be Cavani up front probably. I'm just going off based on my prediction. I don't know if they're injured or not, but yeah, that's my predictions for today's game. So 3-1 man of the match, Bruno. Oh, Warzone is trending. With me, Warzone, I've actually never banged out COD like that. Never. Man, I never banged out COD like that. It was always either when I had Black Ops. It was always zombies for me. Never ever played the multiplayer part. Never. I don't know why. I never found it interesting. With zombies, I remember one time, me and my friends, I know you can play up to 4 players. We were up all night. This is in the sixth form times. We were up all night, and then we got to round, I think it was around 30. And to get to round 30 at a late night on a school night, listen, when I tell you, in that party, all of our parents were coming to our door. When we all died, all of our parents came to the door, to our doors, innit, and said, "Aren't you going to bed?" Literally, all of us. So, and then we were like, the next day in the morning, we were gassed. We were proud. We were like, yeah. But no, I don't really play COD like that no more. So with me, it's not really relevant to me. Next one is for a sport is trending proper. I don't know if it's just me, that the stuff that I like more, or the things that I search more. Pep. That's another thing to talk about. Pep Guardiola. What are you lot's thoughts if you're watching this on the live stream or my YouTube channel, or if we're we're not live yet. But what are your thoughts? Pep, is he done? Is he done? Like, what we saying? Like, is he out? Like, what we saying, people? What we saying? I personally think that they won't be there for that long. It's impossible for City. With Arsenal, it's kind of different. No disrespect to Arsenal fans, but it's quite different with Arsenal, because I feel like they haven't got good enough players to kind of react. City players, no, yeah, cool, they have to react now. Have to react. So cool. I think City won't be there, but I don't think people should really be saying Pep out, this, that, the other. So it's a bit mad. We've got 7 people in the building. Well done, my people. We here. If you're in there, put some W's in. Put some goat emojis in. Cause we winning every morning we come into the show. 11 o'clock, we winning, baby. We winning. Yeah, so make sure you're putting that in. Let's go on to see what else is trending. It's just sport, really. Bale's trending. Matip's trending. Liverpool, Tottenham. I want Tottenham to win. That is going to be a lit game. Is it today? I'm not too sure if it's today or not, but that should be a lit game. You get what I'm saying? It will be a very, 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 very good game. Very good game. But yeah, that's what's on Twitter. It's just mainly football, really. So not much to kind of really talk about. But yeah, today's topic, young people. What we saying? Living in London. We're going to be going on live and then finding out what's people's thoughts and everything of being young, living in London, the expenses, whatnot. We might get a caller in, we might not. You might just hear my voice all the time. We'll get people's thoughts on the live and everything. We'll see what they're saying. Still be on live on the Facebook live stream. So make sure you're still there if you can. If you can jump on my face, just jump on. If you can jump on the live stream, jump on the live stream. Before we go on to a break, we go on break every 15 minutes. My thoughts on living in London is very, very expensive. I've done a show on living in London in general, but for young people, get my kind of views on what's like living in London and London young people. Do you know what, with us, yeah, we're mad optimistic. Like us, yeah, we keep going, like, and that's why there are so much young entertainers out there, because they're all doing their stuff. For example, M Bamps, and I saw on Instagram, shout out M Bamps. He does the whole skits and everything, and he's young as well. I think he's like 19, so it's like raw. Like we've got so much young people, so much talented young people as well, doing their thing, trying to make a living, really, as we say, trying to get out the streets, trying to make it out the hood. That's what we're trying to do. Don't get me wrong, it is tough living in London sometimes, being a young person, especially shout out to all the young girls having to go to school and everything, with so much of the kind of pedophilia, I think that's what you say, pedophilia stuff going on. It's crazy to think that a lot of people, it's to be fair, it's males and females, it's so hard to walk safe in London right now. It's actually proper, because crime is up. Like, a lot of young people aren't listening in terms of guys staying inside because of COVID. Stay at home. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you need to be out? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Stay at home. There's an opportunity for you to do something, create a legacy for yourself, create a platform for yourself where you can go, boom, 2021, see what I'm doing. Let's see, I'll show you what I'm doing. But no one wants to listen. Do you get what I'm saying? So it is so, it's so, like, it's literally so unsafe. Is that a word? Unsafe. It's so unsafe around there. So it's just a bit annoying that people aren't listening. But what can we do? We just got to be a lot safer, really. And it's so expensive as well, man. How are we supposed to, like, it don't make sense. How are we supposed to live in London and we can't even rent a house? It's tough around there to rent a house. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and even food as well is expensive. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was in school, yeah, we'll talk about this topic a bit more. When I was in school, do you know me, I lived off Morley's. If you're in Southeast London, or in London in general, but especially Southeast London, you know about Morley's. Morley's was our energy boost. That was for us to go cool. We've had a long day at school, like 8 o'clock, wake up early, eyes are crusty and everything when we're going to school sometimes and everything. Like jeans, like school child, obviously, don't get me wrong, I kept myself clean in it. But obviously some people have to wake up early, jeans will crush up and that, t-shirt not even tucked. Like, it's mad. It's mad. We had to do so much grinding, and when you actually deep it, school was what? 8, 9, 10. No, we started at 9. No, we started at 9. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. 7 hours a day. Take away 1 hour, 6 hours of kind of hard grafting, and then take away 30 minutes, because that's how, no. Was break 30 minutes or 20 minutes? It was 30 minutes. Take away 30 minutes. So 5 hours and 30 minutes of your day. Really and truly, was kind of working hard. But for us young people, that was tough, man. That was tough. Like, I used to be so tired. and school weren't really for me. Like, it wasn't for me. So like me being there didn't really kind of matter. Not really matter, but it didn't really kind of make sense sometimes because I just wasn't interested in school. Obviously, education is key to get opportunities in life to go to uni and do whatever. But from my personal perspective, it wasn't really for me. But we'll get people's thoughts on that. I'm going to go on a quick break. If you're still here, if you're listening on the thing, get a cup of tea, do whatever. Yeah, and I'll be back in 2.
Relax Radio. Whoa, Relax Radio.
আপনি হয়তোবা জানেন না যে রেডিও অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট ইজ 4 times more powerful than any other media. রিল্যাক্স রেডিওতে যদি অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করতে চান তাহলে আমাদেরকে আজই যোগাযোগ করুন on 020-7474-9292 আমাদের সাথে অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করুন from £99 a month. Increase your business by advertising on Relax Radio.
It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. So listen to us, yeah, 24 hours, and let the happiness come to you on Relax Radio. Tune in to Relax Radio.
It has been too long. No one has taken the initiative to know who you are and what you do. Well, Relax proudly presents Relax Media to unite and expose all media-related personalities under one umbrella. If you are an artist or maybe you're looking for one, look no further. Log on to www.relaxmedia.com. RELAKS media.com. In return, you get a free webpage and exposure to wider fan appreciation and contacts. Also, optional personal manager. Don't delay.
Relax Radio.
Yeah, there, my people. We are back on the Jamie Show. Just a little recap. We've been talking about what's trending on Twitter. And we're also talking about what's it like living in London. Couple old school memories we'll be talking about. So yeah, hope it's gonna be a good show. We're on live right now on Instagram, getting people's thoughts on it and see what they're saying. You get me? So we'll just go back on that topic now. Yeah, living in London as a young person was just mad. Like I was saying, we used to just live off Morley's. And people that lived in South East London will know. Like, Morley's was our meal for the day. Like, not for the day, for the end of the day. Like, we've done a hard graft in school. Like, and then cool. We're like, all right. Let's go. Let me just go back on there. Let's go Morley's with the man, them. Got Mohammed in the building. Oh. Switch it back around. There we go. Yeah, no. So Morley's was our like with the man them, like with your girl or whatever. Oh, bro, let's go Morley's in it. Let's get something for £1 as well. For £1, we could. That would be our dinner. Literally, that would be our. We say Mohammed. We're gonna be talking as well while we're on there to people as well. So yeah. But yeah, no, it was just. That's what I'm saying. Like we didn't think as young people back then it was gonna be alright. We didn't think London was gonna be expensive because that's all we lived off. Like £1 meals. £1 meals in school was the one. Like my people will know. Get yourself a jamming, ice cold jamming, and then what we saying? What chocolate bars were there? It weren't. Was it Kit Kat? Was it Kit Kat? Yeah, people. If you know what meal deal, let us know your meal deals in school. Let us know your meal deals in the life and whatever. I'm just trying to think. What chocolate bar was it? What was it? You know, I'm gonna go Snickers in it. I'm gonna go Snickers, and we used to have a crisp as well. I knew 100% McCoy's. It was always McCoy's, the cheddar ones, always, always. So yeah, and we had meal deals. We had 2 wings and chips, and we didn't like. Do you know what I'm saying? So we didn't think life was like that. I remember even the corner shops, KA. They never used to be. How much are they now? KA's are 49p in it. So then back then they were a lot cheaper as well. And the Space Raider crisps, oh my days, that's what we were living off. So bueno, boom, that's it, bueno. It was bueno. So it's crazy to think that now, like, we have to just spend so much money, this, that, the other. That's what I'm saying. That's where teachers, yeah. Shout out to all the teachers that done what they could. But you got to kind of teach us about, or let us know, money management. Because for me personally, I'm still kind of a bit struggling on the money management. Like I said, I'm always real, so I'll be real. I always struggle with the money management. So it's like, bro, like, because I didn't learn it back then. It's like man's playing catch up now. Do you get what I'm saying? Gotta bring the chili sensation. Oh, yes. Listen, chili sensation as well back then. It's crazy. And the most, do you know what it was, yeah, in school as well? The most annoying part about it, yeah? Like, we couldn't, oh, this guy. The most annoying part about it, yeah, we couldn't, like, we weren't allowed to eat in lessons and whatnot. So it was like, like, what is there to do? So I remember back in school, people would know as well, back in school, we used to get the crisp. And then in school, like, the bag would be there. And then we'll get the crispy in the bag, and then we'll open it up slightly, just a little bit. And then we'll just go into our thing and we'll go like this. That's what we'll do every time in school. So, like I said, people, it's just hard, like, because we weren't really, nothing was expensive for us back then. It wasn't. So it was always hard. So that's what I'm saying. And now we have to pay what? Imagine if I knew about £3 meal deals in school, like at Sainsbury's I can get. I didn't know about that. So it was just mad. Another thing was the worst thing about being young and living in London. It's just the fact that with applying for jobs, it is techie. It's techie. Applying for jobs in being young is techie because they all say, oh, you need experience, or nah, people know. People like, we're working in jobs, it's all about the experience. And then how are we supposed to get experience? We're 19, 18. How the hell are we supposed to go out and get experience? It don't make sense. So you want me to go and work, like, and especially being young as well, we're quite naive. We're quite like, we don't want to be doing stuff for free. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, once you're a bit older now, you understand that doing stuff for free, you kind of have to do to lead to that opportunity. So the fact that we were young as well, we were like, nah, we're not doing anything for free. Like, work experience as well. Back in school, I know half the school didn't want to go on work experience. 100%. They didn't want to go on work experience. Cause I remember, where did I go for work experience? I went for London Bridge experience. That's what I went for work experience. And that was lit. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was working there, I was like, you know what, working is fun. I was like, yeah, work is calm. Like, this gonna be lit. I can't wait to leave school. I have not had a job like that. I'll let you know now. People, let me know the jobs you had in I'm just waving at people. The jobs you had, the work experience you had in school. Are you working in that kind of same field? Roadhouse? Listen. I don't know, because more with Roadhouse it was a bit different, because like I was I weren't like scaring people, whatnot. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but it weren't like where I could literally just do creative stuff in it. Like, Roadhouse was picking up glasses, and that was creative. That was the only creative stuff we could do. Do you know what I'm saying? So that was a bit difficult. But yeah, no, I would love to work there again. But that's what I'm saying, like, and then what happened? And then we have to, when we're applying for jobs, with us young people as well, yeah, we're looking at, you know, even when you were young as well, like, even if you're in there and you're older, when you was young, me now, yeah, when I get paid, I don't know if it's just me, yeah, but when I look at a job, yeah, and I'm applying for it, and I'm like, alright, cool. Like, I look at the pay, I look at what they do, don't get me wrong, but I skip straight away to the pay. I'm like, alright, how much are they paying? Like, how much are they going to be paying me? And if I see big piece, I'm like, alright, cool, what? 25k, 21 to 25k, is that what I'm going to be making? You do the whole calculations, you're like, alright, cool, alright. And then you're like, cool, end of the month. yeah, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get this. You start planning ahead. Like I said before, us young people, we're so optimistic. We think we've got the job already. Like going off what they said, we think we've got the job already. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the most annoying part, and we're like, yeah, I'm gonna get them trainers, I'm gonna get that perfume, I'm gonna get Dior, I'm gonna get that t-shirt, this, that, the other. We don't think when we're applying for jobs. And the thing is as well, I don't know if it's just me as well, like, but I put obviously my certain situation, a lot of people can relate to me. I always end up applying for bare jobs. What you saying, Geordie? I apply for bare jobs, and I don't hear back from any of them. None of them. The worst ones to go to, yeah, and these are my opinions, innit? If you feel wrong, actually, you know what? If you're in it and if you want to call in, let me know. The number is 07852 473 473. I'll say it again. The number is 07852 473 473. You see me? But yeah, my guy Jordan in the building. Keep shining. We always do, man. Shout out, relax. Oh, stop. Let me drop. Shout out, Relax Radio. Relax Radio. Shout out them for giving me this opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Like with me, I've grown older now. Like I'm not young anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I have to take opportunities. Do you know what I'm saying? So doing this it counts for that. It counts for that. So back on thingy, and then with the difference now with being young, this time around and back then, like all of this weren't to our tool. Like social media weren't really like that, where you could even get opportunities in life from social media. Like for example, with the wordplay stuff that I do, I've gained opportunities from that to do like little brand work. Obviously they're not brands, but I've done little works for people and everything because of what I've done. Like we never really had that before. Like YouTube, I never really used to bang out YouTube like that back in the day. Do you know what I'm saying? I never used to bang out Instagram. Yeah, I used to put up pictures here and there. I remember one of the pictures. I went back on my pictures and there was this picture I took. No, it was like this, yeah. It was like that. And then with the hat and everything. No green tea hat, I remember. Cause I remember one time with that hat is a mad memory. And I'll show you. Story time. So cool. Imagine people. I'm walking. I'm going to the shop now for my dad, innit? To get food or whatever, yeah. So cool. I've gone to the shop now. And I've had the no green tea on, innit? Just like the other. So I'm walking now. And then, cool, some guy asks me, I'll tell you how it goes. What going, bro? What you saying? I was like, no, I'm good, man. I'm like, who do you rep? I was like, I don't rep anyone. He was like, no people that rep that hat, you know. That hat's not a good thing. I was like, oh, swear. And the thing is, people, I'm young as well, innit? So it's like, is something going to happen, innit? People, when I tell you, as soon as I cut from that guy, because he didn't do anything to me, innit? As soon as I cut from that guy, people, I put the hat in the bin. You didn't see the hat no more. You did not see the hat no more. I was scared for my life, people. It was people was crazy. Like I was scared. The guy said, "Who do you rep because of my hat?" And for people that don't know, repping means raw. Like who do you support? Like who's your gang? What gang do you this, that, the other? But people, I was so scared. I was like, nah, I can't be asked for this still. So man dashed the hat and I cut. That's the one thing about being young and living in London. Back then, these streets were dangerous, boy. Well gone, people. These streets were dangerous. I've got moved to so much time, not so much times in it. I'm not like that in it, like. But I've been moved to on 2 occasions. One being my phone stolen, and the second time with the hat situation. The phone one was crazy. He literally went into my pocket. He went into my pocket like this, yeah. Like he was like, oh, well gone, bro, well gone. He thingy, yeah. He put his hand in my pocket, and then, bro, he took my phone, yeah. And then, like, I didn't know in it, and I looked for my phone in it, couldn't find it. And then imagine, this is me. This is the first time this encounter has ever happened, people. The first time. So then, obviously, my man them were there in it. If you don't know what man them means, my boys in it. My boys were there. Well, go on, Nads. Shout out as best beat maker in the building. Not in the building, in the world. Bun that in the world. But yeah, imagine, yeah. Let's get back to. So imagine, yeah, cool. I've gone to my boys now, and they've said to me, "Oh, what happened?" And then like me, this is me being young, first time happened, yeah. I go to my friends. Oh, the guy took my phone. And then everyone was like, "What?" So we tried to go, and people
Radio. It talks about me and you. It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. So listen to us, yeah, 24 hours. And let the happiness come to you on Relax Radio. Tune in to Relax Radio.
It has been too long. No one has taken the initiative to know who you are and what you do. Well, Relax proudly presents Relax Media to unite and expose all media-related personalities under one umbrella. If you are an artist or maybe you're looking for one, look no further. Log on to www.relaxmedia.com RELAKS media.com. In return, you get a free webpage and exposure to wider fan appreciation and contacts. Also, optional personal manager. Don't delay.
Relax Radio.
Yeah, people, we are back here on Relax Radio on the Jamie Show. It's been litty. We've been talking to people on the live and everything, getting their thoughts, seeing what they're saying, and I thought I'd do a little bit of both. I'm gonna go back on live in a minute. Just want to keep on talking about the whole young people living in London and whatnot. Yeah. So yeah, no, I just wanted to talk about. Actually, no, we'll go back on live. Give me one moment. Yeah, we're back on live. So cool. What I do want to talk about though, the dangers of living in London young. Like, obviously I spoke about what I did and everything. Got Niche in the building. Yeah, no, well, obviously what I was talking about when I got encountered with obviously stuff like that, innit? It's just crazy to think that you could just walk around these streets now and things can just happen to you randomly, innit? Obviously touch wood at the back of the building. So it's crazy to think that, innit? It's so peak for us, especially young girls as well, to find out obviously what's certain things been happening, this, that, the other. You're like, wow, this really happens. It really happens. And the worst thing is, yeah, this has been happening. People getting moved to, people getting robbed, stuff with the young girls and everything. That's been happening. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's like before, back then, we didn't have iPhones for us to record. We had BBM days. Oh my days, them days were lit. BBM days. What's your pin? Nah, come on. I know a lot of people. I couldn't. The thing is, back then, I wasn't even moved to, like, I didn't move to girls like that. I didn't talk to girls like that. So I don't know how. The thing is, my BBM, yeah, no one really knew how much people I had on there. Like, but I had bare people on BBM, innit? And then, obviously, that was the phone back then. When you got that phone, you were considered up in school. Like, you were like, oh, what, you got BBM? Yeah. What phone you got? Motorola. And then you're like, oh, man, I ain't got the BBM. So it's like, when you got the BBM, you felt a bit up in it. You felt a bit up, like, yeah, like, man got the BBM, this, that, the other. But yeah, no, and then, even back then, having that phone as well, it was always a case of, like, it was always going to get robbed. Even in school. How's that? Imagine being in school and feeling that you can't even hold your phone. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So, Motorola. Bro, them phones and Motorola, it was the Motorola and the Nokia. The Nokia was my first phone. I remember because I bought it, I'd done a bit of work for my mum at Carnival. And then that's the first phone man properly had. And I only had like 2 numbers. My mum and my dad. So it's like, my mum and my dad were the only contact I have. And then when I got the BBM, I was like, alright, cool. Like, who else has got BBM? Let me try and secure. Let me try and get some people round. And it was always the shout outs. Oh, I had this person's BBM, this, that, the other. How many people? What was the average like? How much people? I had bare though. I didn't have up to 100. No way. That many people on BBM. What are you pronouncing it like? BBM. That's how you pronounce it. BBM. BlackBerry or whatever. What? No, I don't care what anyone says. No one used BlackBerry for any other use than BBM. So whenever you said, "Oh, what phone you got?" BBM. I know people said that 100%. 100%. No one can argue with me with that. No one can say, "Bah, yeah, what phone you got?" BlackBerry. Obviously, you said that's the standard, but 9 times out of 10, I know people are saying BBM. They got BBM. This, that, the other. Another class. You know, since we're talking about school, let's talk about classes in school. What else happened in school? Science. Listen, everyone's favorite lesson. You see that lesson? Lit. I don't care what anyone says. Well, go on, Chems. LOL. No Motorola, fam. So what phone did you have? What phone did you have? But yeah, what other days? Science was a lit place. What, Bunsen burner? Oh my days. You got the glasses? Science was funny. We had some funny moments in science, man. From the reading outs in class to the groups we had. I know 9 times out of 10, people's science class was lit. No one can tell me. What other class was lit? English. I didn't pass English, innit? Sony Ericsson Walkman. That phone is old, boy. Jesus Christ. Sony Ericsson. Bruh. W110. Wait. W110. You see, this is why Tino is a granddaddy, because I know that's an old phone. That's an old phone still. That's the flip up one, I think, innit? But what other English lesson was not other English lesson? What other lesson was sick? So English lit. I had all the people. So we had sets. Set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. Set 4 being the lowest. I went in set 4. Like even people thought I was in that thingy, because the way I am and everything. If you don't know me, get to know me. People thought I was always gonna be in the bottom sets. I actually went in the bottom sets. Like I was in set 3 minimum. 3 minimum. No, 3 max. 3 max. So if I'm saying it right, IT bro, Miss Lichmore. Oh my days. Miss Lichmore was crazy. We had this teacher called Miss Lichmore, the yardy woman. Can you stay quiet, please? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, can you stay quiet, please? And then she used to pronounce names. That less IT was mad still. IT. Someone said something in the chat. The best is when the teacher move you, and no matter where you move to, everyone was your friend. That's what I'm saying. When you had a class like that, where you get moved to anyone. I remember my class, for me, I didn't really get moved away like that, innit? Because with me, I was quite secretive in school. Like, I weren't the smartest, so I weren't going to get out of school with any high grades or whatever. And I weren't always the bad kid. I weren't always going to get into trouble. But I always got away with it. Like, no one ever caught me out, because I was always chilling with them guys and everything, and that always got in trouble. And then they never ever considered me. Because you know what you got to do in school? You got to build up a reputation of yourself. Like, if you build up a good reputation, like, you're always good, this, that, the other, then no one can tell you anything. Like, no one can tell you anything. If that's what your reputation was in school, then it was. If you was a bad kid in school, that was your reputation. Every teacher knew your name. They knew your number every time. So you got to be secretive with it. Nick Potts had Dan Scales just watching YouTube in the back. Listen, that's what I'm saying. We had some moments. I remember sixth form. The best class for me, obviously, FA coaching. Because we had a teacher that was not serious at all. Like, he wasn't, like, serious like that, innit? But, like, in a way, he was unserious, and, like, he would always want to bust jokes with us. Every time. Yeah, them double lessons in school, in sixth form, crazy. We had one. I remember one of the kids in our school blowing the fire extinguisher. Chased us around the school. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, to the people that know, they know, my God. they know. But it's crazy, man. School was just a lit time for young people. That's where you build yourself, really. When you actually deep it. Like I said it before, like, you're in school for 7 hours altogether. 1 hour of lunch, and then half an hour of break. So you got 5 hours and 30 minutes of just actual school time. So it weren't really, really that bad. It was just the fact of waking up early. Like, gotta wake up early now. And then you gotta go to school. You gotta learn. You gotta write. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. it's just school was just a bit of a draining. But after school, so you made yourself, you made a name for yourself in school. Where I know, lunchtime definitely. Adams, Louis, I know you. You know about it, yeah. Bruv, that was crazy. We got Nick in the building. But yeah, school was just where you got to build yourself, man. 100%. It was somewhere where like you built friendships. Obviously, you don't talk to a lot of people in school now or whatever. Like I still do anyway. It's mad to think though, the friends that I speak to now that I went to the same school with, we never spoke like that in school. It's just when we got to sixth form, we're like, raw, like we're friends. Like we got a connection. Like we like, do you know what I'm saying? So you never really know what happens, but school was just a character builder, man. Chicken and chips, after school times, even the football team. I never really got into the football team like that, but I'm a baller now. Get me? Shout out Mr. Ronan. Oh, what was one of the worst lessons? My worst lesson was probably French. French in school was just long. I had to learn French, a different language, learn French and Spanish. Miss what's that teacher's name? Shout out Miss McAlpine. Yeah, big up you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine. You get what I'm saying? I miss you. Who was my Spanish teacher? It was a teacher called Miss Ryan. That's what she was. I wonder what they're doing now. French and science for me. Wavy baller. Come on, man. Shout out to, come on, man. Come on, Tina. You know. But science, French, worst lessons for me. What else was the worst lesson for me? Maths. Maths was a draining lesson. Maths was just a draining lesson. Maths used to just drag. That's all. Maths used to just drag in it. What else was a lit and bad lesson? What did I do? Ari. What is love? Let's talk about that. We'll talk about sports day. Ari. Man, me and Ari would not click. Me and Ari did not click. What is love? I know what love is. Love ain't real. Love ain't real, people. That's what I'm got to say. Love ain't real. So for them to find out, when I opened that exam paper and what is love, sat there, I was like, yeah, I'm not passing this at all. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you ever think of yourself? Did you anyone open up the exam and say to themselves, raw, am I really gonna, like, you look at the paper, you see the first question, you're like, alright, cool. You go to the next page, you're like, alright, cool. You're like, I'm not passing this at all. Like, you just know in yourself, gang, what you saying? Come on, man, we here, people. We here, bro. We here. But yeah, you just knew you weren't gonna pass that. I just knew I wasn't gonna pass. Sorry. It was just a little bit of a lesson for me. Still, it was a bit of a kind of peak lesson for me. Don't know how I finished my way through uni, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. With education, there's so much benefits with education. Like, you can get so much out of it, but it's always good to have a plan. With education, it's always the plan. Where would you consider for, like, education? Like, if you had a career, like, obviously, cool. I would say education would be, if you knew you was good at something, let's say rapping. A lot of kids in school were rapping. If you knew you was good at rapping, then you knew, cool, like, I'm gonna focus on that. Like, most of the time that was happening, innit? If that didn't happen, you was a smart kid. And then plan B would be your thing. You have to make sure you could do both if you're gonna do that route. Education has to be top. If you knew you was gonna be that good, then you gotta kind of make sure you be good at both, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But people, next topic we're gonna be talking about, playing out. We'll talk about 5 minutes and then we'll be done. All right. I'm gonna go on break, get a cup of tea, do whatever, get a slice of toast. You know how we do here, and I'll be back in 2.
Relax Radio. Whoa, Relax Radio.
আপনি হয়তোবা জানেন না যে রেডিও অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট ইজ 4 times more powerful than any other media. রিল্যাক্স রেডিওতে যদি অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করতে চান তাহলে আমাদেরকে আজই যোগাযোগ করুন on 020-7474-9292. আমাদের সাথে অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করুন from £99 a month. Increase your business by advertising on Relax Radio.
It's time
It has been too long. No one has taken the initiative to know who you are and what you do. Well, Relax proudly presents Relax Media to unite and expose all media related personalities under one umbrella. If you are an artist or maybe you're looking for one, look no further. Log on to www.relaxmedia.com, RELAKS media.com. In return, you get a free webpage and exposure to wider fan appreciation and contacts. Also, optional personal manager. Don't delay.
Relax Radio.
Yes, people, we back. Just a little recap. We're talking about old school memories in school. Obviously, £1 meal deals in school. Like, we're talking a lot about school, man. But yeah, shout out to people that's been there. We also on Instagram Live as well. Let me get the thing back up quickly. But we here, man. We here. But yeah, quick thing before we go. We're going to be going soon. Love to everyone that's tuned in on the live or whatever. So, cool. Topic we're going to be talking about. Play it out. Lit. Playing out was probably one of the best things as a childhood. I don't care what anyone says. That was an experience you'll never forget. And let me ask you people this year, when was the last time you played out? You will never know. You will never know when was the last time you played out, even if you try your hardest. And if anyone says they do, you are lying. So don't lie to me on there. But yeah, playing out was lit. Goalie squash, playing out, doing up Kirby. See, Dan's from a different part of the world right now, innit? He's from Orpington, and that's a different world. So if you want to explain, Dan, let people know what does Kirby mean. What else used to be lit that we used to play in school as well, though? We used to play Penny Up. Penny Up, where you make your bread. That's where you make your killings. That's where you learn to hustle. The hustling days for playing out was mad. Who we got in there, actually? Let me shout out some people. Actually, no, let me not big up some government names. We got a couple people in the building. All right, cool. 40 home. What? 40 home. Lit. 7 a.m. curfews. No, but there was times, bro. There was times where we were. I remember there was times where our our neighbors are quite close in it. Like, we always speak in it. So it's like when they were outside and my mum and dad were outside and we were outside, we were allowed to skate around. So we had skates, turbo, shout out that. So wait, let me say, Goldie Squash, big up that. Got love for both of them. Good boys and good players. Shout out Abdul, come on, man. Check out his stuff as well. He does the one-to-one training stuff, man. Check him. Kirby, when people stand on the curbs in the road and you have to throw the ball, make it bounce on the other person's curb and catch it and bounce it back over that road. Dan, I've never played that, so you're going to have to teach me that one day, innit? Cause I've never played that. Kirby? Who played Kirby? I swear that's the girl, that's the thing from Smash Bros. Kirby, innit? Yeah, that's her, innit? Yeah, shout out Kirby. I'm trying to remember that one. If I remember, I'll let you know, innit? But yeah, 40 home, Goldie Squash, that's a standard. That's a standard one. Red letter was lit. The thrill. Oh, no one's gonna get my number. Oh my days. Red letter was. I know people. What else do people call it? I think they call it. I can't even say the word, but I know they call it something else. Injury. Yeah, injury. But yeah, what other games were there, man? The top one for me that always had to be Goalie Squash. Because obviously I play football now. Knockdown Ginger, we don't speak about that. Because Knockdown Ginger was just long. Like, Lockdown Ginger, you're just like, who's going next? It's just mad, man. It's just crazy. No one wanted to do it. Everyone was ready to play it, but no one was ready to actually do the Knockdown Ginger. I remember the worst thing, though, it was bad playing football out. It was crazy. Risky game, but that's where people learnt the thrill. That's where they learnt to start having thrills in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if any has anyone been knocked down ginger though? Like, have you been knocked down ginger? Has anyone knocked at your jaw and you've gone there, no one's there? That's happened to me before. That's happened before. That's when you feel the pain. When it happens to you, that's when you feel it. That's when you feel it. So you're like, bro, it's really happened to me. Alright, cool. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Knock down ginger. The effort. Do you know what it is? Yeah. Sometimes the gate would mess you up in it. Sometimes people would have that wooden gate and it will close automatically. So then once you knock, you then have to make more energy to pull the door back and run. So then they hear you anyway because you bang their gate on their door. It's annoying, man. But shout out people who's tuned in. We here every Tuesday and Wednesday, 11 o'clock. Yeah. Got some big news happening with me and my bro. So shout out him. Got some stuff coming up. I've got my podcast running soon. I'm just trying to sort out some details or whatever. And then that'll be up and running. I don't want to say the name before anyone takes it, because I need to make it. Do you get what I'm saying? So we got that sorted. We've got a lot of things happening, man. Christmas next week. Who knew Christmas was going to come up so fast? It's mad, innit? I didn't do a quote today, but I didn't do a quote yesterday, so I'll do one. So I'll do one today. We'll do 3 next week, Tuesday. We'll do 3 quotes of the day next week, Tuesday. But Christmas is next week. What's everyone getting me? I'll send you lot my Addy in the DMs. I'll put it up on my thingy story, actually. And then you lot can send whatever you want to send me. If it's a PS5, DJ, whatever you want to send me, it's the thought that counts. But obviously, with me, I'm quite picky with some gifts, innit? Make sure you wipe it properly. Make sure it's brand new because of COVID. It's that the other. I don't want to take any items from there. This, that, the other. So, yeah, if you can give me that, that would be lovely, innit? But, yeah, nah, people. Podcasts are in soon. Let me not say. Gonna get your first touch, bro. Yeah. Nick, you get to work because I know you're at work right now and your employers wouldn't be happy. Cool. So, cool. Yeah. Come next week. If you want to call in anytime you want, just let me know. If you want to be a guest with me, people, this show, it's all about you guys meeting my guys, my people, or any other people. Your chest very high, very, very high. But yeah, it's all about getting people, whoever you are, whatever you do. If you want to come on, shout me, let me know. My DM's here. My name is very, very unique, so you will never, ever forget it. But people, it's nice speaking to you. We are over and out. Peace. Oh no, not there, peace. Peace.